It is time to make my predictions for week 3 of the NFL season. So week 1, I went 9-7. Week 2, I picked up the pace and went 13-3. I am now 22-10 on the season. Starting off with the Dolphins and the Bills on Thursday Night Football. This one's pretty easy for me. I understand it's a division matchup. The Dolphins are a very bad football team. They just are. There's not many segments of this team. Like, the defense is terrible. The offense is dysfunctional. Their coaching is not very good. The Bills are almost the complete opposite. Their defense is a little tough, I guess. Like, they have some issues. But last week, they were really, really good. I think that the Bills are going to have a pretty easy day going up against the Dolphins. I'm going to go 31-10. Next, we have the Packers and the Browns, 45-5. 45-3. The Browns are definitely, that's 3 points if they're lucky. I shouldn't have to go through that one either. The Browns are not a good football team. All right, for the next game, we have the Colts and the Texans. The Colts, red hot. Titans have looked tough against good defenses, and the Colts are a good defense, and the Colts offense looks really good. The Titans defense is good. I think they're going to be able to stop this Colts offense a little bit. Obviously, I don't think that the Colts are going to go another week without punting the football. But I just don't think it'll be enough. I think this Colts offense is really good, especially with how dynamic Jonathan Taylor is able to be and what Daniel Jones is able to do for them and how they're able to run this offense under Shane Steichen. The Colts are going to win this one. I think it's going to be pretty easy, 27-14. Next, we're going to have the Bengals and the Vikings, both without their starting quarterbacks. But call me crazy, I think the Vikings are a better team without J.J. McCarthy. I don't think J.J. McCarthy is a good quarterback. He looked horrible. I watched a video on Anthony Lawson, his TikTok account, and J.J. McCarthy cannot throw to the left side of the field. Either way, Carson Wentz is a veteran quarterback that I think can come into this really nice system and play some good football. I really think he can manage the game, and this Vikings team is now better with Carson Wentz starting, especially with how good their defense is. So I think this could be actually a little bit of a blessing in disguise for the Vikings. And the Bengals, their defense is not very good, and now they have to start with Jake Browning instead of Joe Burrow, which I think their offense is still going to be relatively fine. Jake Browning, a couple years ago when he had to start, he was pretty good actually. Well, not pretty good. I mean, he was good for a backup quarterback. And so the offense is going to be okay. They're not going to be able to keep up the same pace. And I understand in the first couple weeks, Joe Burrow didn't even look amazing in this offense. I guess we'll see. Their defense has looked better, though, this year. There's definitely a chance that the Bengals win, but I'm going to take the Vikings in this one. I'm going to go with a lower scoring game, like 20-17 Vikings win. The Steelers and the Patriots. This could be a good game. The Patriots defense didn't look amazing last week. The Steelers defense hasn't looked amazing all year. The Steelers offense, though, I will say, has looked pretty all right. They looked amazing in week 1. In week 2, they looked better than the outcome because they only had 17 points to finish that game. But I definitely think the Steelers are a much better team than just 17 points. I think the Steelers take this one. I think they're a well-coached team. I think they're very veteran-led. And I just don't think the Patriots played a very good team last week. But I'm going to go with the Steelers winning this one, 24-20. All right, the next game we are going to have is the Rams and the Eagles. A kind of rematch from last year. Multiple times, actually, the Rams played the Eagles last year. The result was the same in both games. The Eagles were able to beat the Rams, I'm pretty sure both games were won in the clutch with Saquon Barkley being Saquon Barkley. And I kind of expect a similar result. I think Saquon Barkley can run all over this defense again. But I do think the Rams defense is improved from it was last year. It's shown a lot of improvement from last year, actually. Kind of want to pick the upset here of the Rams beating the Eagles. The Eagles offense has looked very, very not good through the first 2 weeks of the season. It looks stagnant. The passing offense, I don't know what's going on. I kind of feel like when I'm watching the passing offense, I'm watching a bunch of people bang their heads back and forth. I don't know. It's not smooth with how much talent they have on that offense, I don't understand why it looks like that. It seems like they're playing for the tush push on every single play. That's what it looks like. I'm going to go Rams. I'm going to pick the Rams. We'll go 27-24, I guess. Rams win. All right, next we have the Jets and the Buccaneers. Is Justin Fields playing? Ruled out versus the Bucks. Tyrod Taylor is playing, which I don't think is a very bad thing for the Jets. Tyrod Taylor's a good quarterback. He's just kind of gotten the unlucky draw of injuries and other things that Tyrod Taylor's had to go through in his career. I think overall he's a decent quarterback, and he's going to be able to fit in and hopefully play this offense. He's a mobile quarterback. He's a smart quarterback. He has a good arm. Tyrod kind of has everything you would want, especially for a backup quarterback. I think he's going to be able to come in and run a good offense. It just matters about that defense against the Buccaneers offense. And Baker Mayfield has looked fantastic this year. I'll say in the first couple quarters of each game, he looks a little bit more shaky, but he has finished these games as a top quarterback in the league would, and he's been playing some amazing football. So tip my cap to Baker Mayfield for that. I think they're going to win this game 24-17. Next we have the Raiders and the Commanders. I believe are the Commanders without Jaden Daniels? Daniels won't practice Friday. So we don't know. We still don't know if Jaden Daniels is going to play at this time that I'm recording this video. So if Jaden Daniels plays, I think that they can win the game. Their defense has looked better than it was last year so far. I mean, I don't know how good that really is, but it's looked better. The Raiders, their defense is better than I gave it credit for, but it's still not a very good defense. And Geno Smith has thrown 4 picks through 2 weeks and only 1 touchdown. Geno needs to look better. He threw 3 interceptions last week, and he looked really rough. If they can't get Geno going, then this team doesn't really have anything. Geno has to be able to play within the pocket and hit the open receivers and not try and force the ball and make dumb decisions. Then this offense can be a prosperous offense. But until that happens, I do not trust in the Raiders offensively or defensively. And the Commanders are coming off of a loss anyway. So I think that the Commanders will come into this game with a vengeance. Commanders win 35-14. Why did I pick a blowout? Because I'm definitely expecting a blowout in this one. I definitely think that that's going to be a blowout contender game. But I also, now that I'm saying that, I guarantee it won't be a blowout contender because they're going to make me look stupid. The Raiders are probably going to win. All right, the next game is Falcons at Panthers. The Falcons are going to win this game. Although they have not looked that amazing, like world beaters or anything, the Panthers have looked really, really bad. They came back a little bit in that Cardinals game, but none of that was enough to move me, to make me think anything more of the Panthers than I thought before. They're not a very good football team. I don't think it's going to be much of a high-scoring game. I'd probably say like 17-10 is the final score in this one. All right, the next game we have is the Texans and the Jaguars. A nice divisional matchup. The Texans are 0-2, which is why I'm going to pick them. I picked them last week. They didn't win the game, and that sucks. But I definitely think that the Texans will be the winners in this game. The Jaguars just haven't looked like the fact that they lost last game, I think, is a very big hit to their momentum as a team. They're just going to keep getting worse. And I don't like the way what I saw from Trevor Lawrence. He's not that good of a quarterback. He's just a guy. He's a jag, as Steve Smith would say. He's not that good. 21-14. Next we have the Broncos and the Chargers. The Broncos coming off of a heartbreaker. The Chargers are red hot right now, beating the Chiefs week 1 and then beating the Raiders week 2. Now they're playing the Broncos. They're kind of going through the entire division. Justin Herbert is looking like an MVP candidate, and this Chargers team is looking like a top 3-4 team in the league. And like I said, the Broncos are coming off of some inconsistent weeks of football. One week we look one way, the next week we look the complete opposite. The game is in California. I hate to say that I think that the Chargers might take this game. Based on what I've seen the past 2 weeks, I don't have a reason to believe that the Broncos are a good enough team to beat what I've seen from the Chargers in the past 2 weeks. Do I think we can win the game? Of course. It's a divisional game. We got swept by the Chargers last year, and we don't normally get swept by the Chargers. So this is setting up for a game where if we don't win this one, we should win the next one against the Chargers. But if I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if we did win this game. I obviously hope that we do, and I think that we can. But I'm going to pick the Chargers to win it in a very defensive 20-17 type of game. Hopefully Dre Greenlaw plays. Please, Dre Greenlaw. If there's anything you ever give Broncos fans, give us an appearance. Please. Give us an appearance in this game. All right, the next game we have Saints and the Seahawks. The Seahawks will win this game. Their defense is one of the best in the NFL. The Saints suck. The Seahawks offense has been okay, has been pretty good. The Saints suck. The Saints suck. Seattle 31-10. Next we have the Cowboys and the Bears. This feels like a trap game for the Cowboys. This feels like a game that the Bears could win. The Bears shouldn't win. The Cowboys look like the better team so far, but they almost lost to the Giants last week because their defense is poopy water. And the Bears defense is decent. I don't know if it's going to be able to stop Dak. I don't think so. The Bears offense is I don't know. I'm going to pick the Cowboys. I don't think the Bears are a very good football team. I would like to say that they are, but they're just not. And the Cowboys are slightly better, I guess. 27-20. Final score. Next, we have the 49ers and the Cardinals. The 49ers will most likely be without Brock Purdy. I did hear that Kyle Shanahan said that there is a chance that Brock Purdy plays. This one's tough. The Cardinals, although they are 2-0, they have not looked anything special the first 2 weeks. They almost lost last week. After being up like 27-3, they almost lost. It was 27-22. And the Panthers were driving and had many chances to actually win that game. The Cardinals are not looking all that amazing right now. And they played the Saints week 1 and only won by 7 in that game as well. And the Saints and the Panthers are very bad football teams. So I'm going to go with the 49ers in this one. I think the Cardinals are riding a high of beating two not good football teams because the Cardinals are a middle-of-the-pack football team. I think the 49ers can come in and win. Even with Mac Jones, because Mac Jones looked really good last week, actually. And I think he can continue to run this system pretty well. And Christian McCaffrey's still a good running back. 23-20. Sunday Night Football will be the Chiefs and the Giants. I don't trust the Giants are going to... This is a get-right game for the Chiefs. They're 0-2 to start the season. There's no way I'm picking the Giants. There's no way I'm even thinking about the Giants to put up a fight in this game. The Chiefs are going to win 30-10. Even though it will be a close game. Let's actually 24-21 final score will probably be it. I wouldn't be surprised. If the Chiefs made this a close game. Monday night, Lions, Ravens, game of the week. The game we all will be waiting for is the Monday Night Football game between the Ravens and the Lions. The Ravens are going to win. Lamar Jackson is just that guy against the NFC. He always has been. He always will be. I think that's Lamar Jackson's thing. The Lions are a great football team. I don't think that they will beat the Ravens. I think that the Ravens are a much better football team, and I think that they will take this game. They're at home. Lamar Jackson is going to cook. Derrick Henry is going to cook. They're all going to cook. It's going to be a good football game, though. I think that the Detroit offense will still put up a lot of points. 34-31. Last time I said 34-31 Ravens win. The goddamn Bills did the Bills crap. So let's hope that doesn't happen this time. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. That was my Week 3 NFL predictions. And yeah, I will see you guys next week.